Okay, hello everyone. This is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have one of your own, I would be happy to be yours. If you go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, you'll be able to see our products. You can place an order. You could sign up to be a member of my team, or to have a workshop. Any questions, you can leave me a comment, and if there's anything I can help you with, I'd be more than happy to do so. Okay, so this week I'm working on doing things with this month's paper pumpkin, which I just realized here's what the box looks like when you get it this month. Okay, paper pumpkin comes to your door every month for $22 plus tax. The $22 includes the cost of the kit plus shipping. Okay, and the tax is just whatever the tax is where you live. All right, so this month they had a special thing. It's a fall project to make some little treat boxes or just decorations. Okay, it can be either Halloween or fall. And in here, as you see, they just show the pictures. They have some writing here on just exactly how to put those together. And on the back are this is what's included in the kit. These are some alternatives with some other things you can, other links where places that you can go and look at some other things. The bonus this month is, if you would like, you can cut this box and make a little wheelbarrow. Okay, see, it's all on here. See, to cut out all the pieces, and mine's not in the best shape. I'm having kind of a rough time today, but here's kind of to give you a little look at this. Okay, so there's looking from the top. I had a little trouble there, so I pulled some butt, and there's the bottom. Okay, so just so you could see, and these guys, whoop, as I knock them over, you could set them right up in here if you wanted to be part of like a decoration on your table or whatever. And if you like, because they always have tissue paper, they have like this kind of straw colored tissue paper, so you could even, scrunch that up and even have your pumpkin sitting on this. Okay, if you wanted to add a little more, oops, that thing keeps wanting to fall off. I gotta figure out a little better way for that. So I've been having a little bit of a rough time. Some days are just, sorry, I have to move that out of the way. Some days are just like that. So, but anyway, I'm going to show you, yesterday on my Facebook page, which is called Stamping Around the Dining Room Table, I did show how to make went over how to make the wheelbarrow and put it together as best I could online. I also showed how to make the pumpkins. Okay, so this is the one I made ahead of time. This one I just wanted to kind of see what it would look like if I, instead of making it a smiley face, I turned it upside down. Looks a little bit freaky, doesn't it? And then there's also, see if I can get this thing wants to come off. Anyway, so this is to help, and I may, on some of these, instead of trying to put this, especially if it's an apple, I might change it out. And I did see somebody use some white, there, well, kind of like that. This is more of like an apple. And you see the different leaves for the apple, and for the pumpkin, leaves are more like that. But anyway, so I'll kind of put it like this. So they can just stay there. But somebody used baker's twine instead of this on the apples. And I may do that on some of these because this, I was having a hard time with this, getting it to do what it's supposed to do. So anyway, but here's another one. Just show you another apple. All right, now I will show you how, I will try and show you how these go together. See if I can get it together without messing everything up. So this is the piece, and it's two-sided, so you can choose whatever color you want. I'm going to do the green. This actually is soft succulent, and you see it's got like a pattern, kind of like an all over mush pattern on it. So, and they recommend that you just fold on all of the creases. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be real difficult. And then they do recommend that you, with the pencil, you can do it with your bone folder, with your fingers. You just want to try to be careful when on these little edges like this. Okay, so I did do this on my page yesterday, but I just decided I'm going to try it again here just to show you. So that's just to help them to know, kind of to get it ready. Oh, this one doesn't look like, this one looks like it needs more. Kind of just breaks the fibers a little bit and helps them, encourage them to do what you want them to. Okay, so they do send these little strips of adhesive, and this one goes right along this edge here. And you could use your take your pick tool. I'm using the pokey tool that was around before. We had a take your pick. There's times when I like using this a little more than the pointy part is a little smaller than the take your pick tool, and there's times when I really prefer the smaller. Okay, and just want to make sure, I'm just going to do this just to be sure those are down there. And then you can take off all the white, and hopefully you're seeing this all okay. Sometimes when I get going, I pull things out of the camera view, and I don't mean to do that. Okay, so then what you do is that you're going to bring these sides together, and right here, this and this area, they're going to hook up with here. See, it's got that little where that goes, and then this kind of tip right there. So you line those up together like that. Okay, and then now I've seen people do this a couple of ways. These are Christian. One person mentioned that if you just aim for straight across, that the others kind of go into place. But then I had one that I did that, and I had one that didn't seem to want to stick. So the other way you can do, because there's one little tab for each side, you could even do it this way, if you're more comfortable with that. So it's really whatever you feel most comfortable doing. Okay. Oop, I don't have that. And once again, this is giving me a little bit of a hard time. All right. Come on, you can do this. All right. There. 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 Now I think it is. So what I'm going to do is, they look like they're about right. So I'm going to tip it up like this, and then I'm going to reach in here with my bone folder and just press against each of those, and hope, oh, this one side, I could just see from the inside, it suddenly wasn't wanting to stick. So go all around. There. I think I got it now. All right, and then what's recommended is that you, like these two, you push those in, and then you do that, and then push these in, and then this guy, third one's always the hardest for me. I always have a little bit of a difficult time, and I've torn a couple of them, so I'm trying to be careful here. There. Yay! That's the best one I think that I've done so far. And you pull these up just a little, not too much, but just a little. Wow, I think, whoo, I'm a little bit excited here. And you take, they gave you these to be like the tendrils. And it's recommended that you wrap this around like a pencil. I'm just doing it right now around my pokey tool. Oh, before I do that, I want to stamp my little greeting, which, sorry, I moved a few things here. I thought I had everything where I wanted it, and I moved a few things. So 1 second here. Here we go. Here's this, and then I'll just show you. These are the stamps, and I just left it on the, they're clear stamps. I just left it on the acrylic, piece of acrylic there, and window sheet, whatever it's called. And you see we have outlines of 2 leaves. These give the detail like of the vein, of the, you know, the veins in it. It's like a little smush or whatever you want to call it. And then it says, thank you. I pick you every time. Happy Halloween. You're a blessing. And hey there, pumpkin. So this one, I wanted to say you're a blessing, and I have it all set to go here, I think. Or maybe, or did it say, anyway. This was actually for the one card I want to make, but I'm using, the color it came with it was Soft Succulent. I'm going to use my big pad. And you're going to want a little something under. I saw somebody was using this and had success with it, so I'm going to try that. You just want a little extra cushioning underneath it, because with these it just helps give a better impression. Oh, I got this upside down. Let's see here. What I've been doing is I do this, and then I've been doing the other side too. So even though, like, and I could have turned it around, but so it comes this way or it comes this way. I've done that because I know myself well enough that possibly once if I did it one side when I got it on here and got it on the around this, that it would end up not being the way I wanted it. So then we're gonna wind this the other way. Some people wind the whole thing and then you, like, move this along the spiral. I saw somebody do it this way, and I just thought that made sense to me, so that's why I'm doing that. Now I'm going to take, they give us a couple of, give us some of these. This is more for if you want it to be a pumpkin, and this is more if you want it to be an apple. And then you can put the veins in, which that's just done with the Soft Succulent. The color there is Soft Succulent, but because it's the same color, it does come up looking a little darker. Okay, hopefully you can see that here. So whoop. So there's that. So I got 2 of those, and here's for the bigger ones. They all do look almost like a maple leaf, but so see, there's that. So now I've got 2 of each, and I can decide which one I want to use. So it just depends. If you want this to be an apple, then you probably would do the littler ones, and if you want it to be a pumpkin, the bigger ones. So I'm going to see if I can get this around here a little better, because since this sits up a little better for me, it might fit around better. The ones I had, I was having such a hard time with them, and they weren't cooperating. So maybe not. Maybe it won't. Let me try it this way. And usually I put the leaves on first, because otherwise I end up just knocking it off with this. But come on, you can get around there. There, I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, and then, so it's a pumpkin, I would use these. I think I will use those. And you can just, I'm using these bigger glue dots, and the ones they give us are real tiny, and I was having a hard time using those. So if you did want to order something like to kind of expand on what you have, glue dots are something that's good to add to your supplies. And even if all you do is paper pumpkin every month, it still can make it a little bit easier. And this month, you know, like until September 30th is, whoop, oh no, I messed it. See, I told you, I always have a hard time. Oh my gosh, it was fine until I tried to put that leaf on, and suddenly it's coming apart. All right, let me pick this up. I must have put it in the wrong spot, because now it doesn't want to. Let's go inside. And this goes around here. There. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to put that there. And put this like that. And then see if I can get this around without destroying it again. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's around kind of like that. I'm just going to leave it because it's going to fall apart otherwise. And I just put my arm into my ink here. And my wipes. Out of my wipes there. Thankfully I had a tissue here. All right. So things like if you wanted to have a few extra colors, or sometimes people, you know, if all you're getting is the paper pumpkin and you have some of these, you don't have to necessarily buy the full-size ink pad. You can just get the refills for this and then just fill this up, you know, fill it when it's starting to get dry. And that's one way to save some money and have, you know, or have your money go further. Okay. And right now would be a good time to do that, because for every $50 you do get you get something free from our celebration. So here's the one I just did. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way because from the top it's hard to see it. So all right, the other thing I wanted to show you was on the back of this, as an alternate, they showed a turkey. Now I didn't try to see if there was directions anywhere for it. I thought I could do it just looking at that. Well, I was having some difficulties. I did come up with a turkey of some kind, and I was going to show you how I did that. Okay, so again, you're going to at least start with putting this together mostly the same way. Some of it's, you can see they used one of these, and I'm going to use this one because that's going to, for sure we know it's in the front because the seam will be back here. Okay, so again, whoop, I'm going to put this underneath just to, in case I somehow get glue in the wrong spot. There, that, this, and I'm going to try it again. I don't know, I may have to, I ended up kind of decapitating these last time, but I want to see if I can get it to go the way I think it's supposed to go. And if not, I'll trim those little bits off again and just use the glue dots. Okay, so again, we're going to take, hopefully you can see, I might be out, I want to be out of the screenshot here. Okay. All right. And I think I'm going to try this way. I know they tell you to do that first, but I think I'm going to try this time and see if it works a little better for me or not. And in one sense, it doesn't matter as long as you can get them all glued down the way that they're supposed to be, right? And this one will go here. And this will fold. Oop, go right here. There. Alright, grab this. And again, I want to make sure all those are... And obviously, if you want to put little treats in here, you're going to do that before. Like, it looks like it should hold a fair number of Hershey's Kisses, or even some of the Hershey's, what are they called? The little square ones. Can't think of the name right now. You know, or some loose candy, or after dinner mints if you wanted to use this for, oh, you know what I forgot to do is this. I did that the last time too, and I was like, what is wrong with you, Sonia? Forgot to kind of, oopsie, so now I ripped that, doing that. I'll try it with my fingers instead, just to see if it will help it. I forgot to, so I'm gonna, so last time I tried doing it kind of like this, but then, you know, that wants to come up higher, and I'm not sure. Let me just see here, because then the other thing is, will those others stay where they belong? Not necessarily, see, without this there to hold it in. So what I ended up doing last time, and I may do it now, I might leave those on, but and the only thing about, against maybe using the glue dots to help hold it in place, is that they may need to, you may need to rip it to get, you know, if you put goodies inside there. But in one sense, it doesn't really matter, because it's not like they have to keep it forever. And I do have people that would not be at all interested in keeping it, so they would just want to use it up, you know, just get to their goodies and there. So that might, and what I think I might do on this one, this is working so far, I hate to say it because I'm afraid it will change, but let me see. So if I do that, I think this is what I'm going to do. Put a glue dot there, and put a glue dot there. So I put one up on top of this and one right down there. And so this one I'm going to put underneath, and I'm hoping, once I put that on, I'm hoping then, see, I can push it down like that, and then it will stick. Yay. There. And then it will look, I think it looks a little better than that one, but there. Hopefully that will stay. Let me just slide this under here if I can, till it kind of, there. All right. So then what I did was, I took, now these are, you know, two-sided, so I used the yellow, and I used the yellow and green and the orange, and what do I have? I wanted one more, so wait a minute. So I have one more, I just have to, again, as I said, oh, here it is. So I wanted to show you, this is what I did, and I didn't necessarily get this right in the middle there, but let me do it on, well, it'll be backwards then. Should probably, here, wait, let me do a different color on, and you'll be able to see better. Okay, so then what I did was I took like this, and it could even have been just one of these pieces, you know, but I put that kind of up down there, and then as I came up here, I was trying to get some of the corners off. It's not the best cutting job, but just to kind of make it kind of like a feather. Okay, and it was this I then cut off, just cut around this off like that. Okay, so put those to the side. Then, oh, I meant to have a different color, but oh well. this. That's okay. This, and this. So what I did, because I thought I want them to fan out a little, but they can't fan out too much because then they won't, you know, stick there. So I used these. Now, I don't know, whoever came up with this idea, I don't know if this is how they did it. This was my, as I said, I didn't try to find the directions. I just wanted to just do the best I could myself. So let's see here. It's going to go a little bit like that. Then, and this I ended up with 3 of the yellow. I didn't necessarily mean to do that, but that's what I have, so it doesn't matter. At least it has a little extra color in his tail. Okay, so because I have 3 of them, I'm going to alternate the yellow, the orange, and then the red will go next. Okay, so you just make sure how this is looking. Let me see. I think I need those. Might need those just a little closer. So carefully, like that. Like that. Okay. Oh, I didn't do this right, did I? Oh yeah, I'll put on the other side of the red. Silly me. I was thinking the other end. Like that. And then one more on here. And like this. So then, I think I want them a little bit different. Let me tip it just a little more. See. Okay, I think that's going to be all right. I'm going to really want to make sure those are going to stick there now. So then this will go around back here. And I actually think I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal just, and I'm going to put it down here. Him, her, whatever, him probably, right? Because he's supposed to be, oh, actually I think we need to go up a little more. There, more like that. Whoop. Okay. Okay, they may not, this guy's a little better. I don't know what I did different. Maybe I got them too close together. Let me try this one more time. Move it out just a little. Thought they were too far apart, and I think they're too close together. Okay, there. Oop, let go of my thumb. There. Now let me see. Like this. Okay, that's good. I'm going to do it like this. Why is that not wanting to stick? Okay. Okay, I got quite a bit on there now. All right. Okay. And then for the face, they use Google Eyes, and I have some googly eyes from Stampin' Up! That they had out a few years back around this time of year for Halloween. And they do have some different colored ones, but, and where's my take your pick tool? So we have some that have green backs, but I'm going to do the white backs. These that one's a little, these are a little bit bigger than what I put on that one, I think. Oop, but there's, Don't have them too close together. You don't have to look cross-eyed. And then with some of the scraps, I cut out this tiny, these are pretty little, this tiny beak and a little wattle. This wattle's not quite as long as that one, so I might not like it, but that's what we're going with right now. Anyway, oh, where's my, maybe this will make it easier. So there's the beak. And I meant for it to be, but sometimes they are dark like that, right? Especially near the end of fall. Oh well. And then I used this is soft suede, and then I used that for the veins. So actually it's not horrible. It's a little darker than I wanted, but hey, actually, especially once you get the veins on, I kind of like it. Okay, so I'm going to put, I don't think, yeah, because the next, so what I wanted to do was, I wanted to do something similar, but I wanted to use the, this color. And so what these two, I wanted it to be a little squattier than this guy. So I trimmed down through there, and then I just kind of, you know, cut around. Here, I'll show you on this side. I just kind of cut around them, and I wanted to make the middle a little bit bigger, and then just have it overlap a little, kind of like that maybe. Oh, that looks like a pumpkin. Hopefully it will by the time we're done. And what I did was, is this the green? Yeah, that's the green. So what I thought was, because I wanted so that you can see, and I did use the orange to go around the pieces, just so that, you know, like where the pumpkin kind of has those ridges, that you can differentiate, that they didn't all like run right into each other. And this is the soft succulent, and I'm going to put some evening evergreen, I think, right on the bottom. A little darker, like down where it's going to sit on the ground in my... The middle part I didn't worry quite as, because it's going to overlap, so that's a little more, maybe a little more squarish than the two sides. Okay, so there's that color. Get this off my finger. Trying to get this, trying to be careful. I've had problems. I don't know whether I'm being too rough, but for some of these breaking, so, and nobody else seems to do it, so I just think I must not be opening them correctly or something. So I'm trying to be extra careful here so I don't break anymore, because they break up when it does it. It breaks it up where this hinges, and then they close, but when you go to open them, the top goes flying, and it ends up, which the top here is what holds the stamp pad, so it goes flying, it ends up upside down, like, you know, pad side down on my project or around the desktop, which, you know, neither is good. Okay, I'm going to move these up here and hopefully not have them where I can stick my finger in them. Then I have some soft succulent for the background. I'm going to do it on white because I wanted like those bluish pumpkins that you can actually buy some. And then we also they have some real ones that are that color, and they have some fake ones too. So let me just see, though. I just want to look at, I kind of remember what I was doing here. Okay, so I wanted to use this, whatever this is, this little smear or whatever, and I thought what I would do is make this a little, do the evening evergreen to make it a little darker. So I thought I'd do it like this. Oh, thought it was darker, but I guess it wasn't. Okay, wait, where's my... Oh, that one should have been darker. Oh, well. C'est la vie. La vie. Okay. And then maybe just a little, kind of more like a little bit, not quite, so that the ground doesn't have to be level. I'm going to make some lighter there. Okay, all right, I guess that's it. We'll try that. Hopefully that looks okay. Whoop. And then I want to, so I play with it a little bit here and just see, make sure it is kind of what I want. Oh, I think I got that. Did I get backwards? I think so. I want them a little bit squattier. Do I need this over a little more like that? I kind of like that. I think I like how that is. I think that's how I'm going to do it. May not look that much like a pumpkin yet, but hopefully by the time I'm done it will. Okay. A couple of that. So that's, I want to make sure it's kind of in the middle here. Last time I got a little more to one side. Is that going to work? I think so. It was too much to one side. Oh well. It's how life is sometimes. All right. And then what I wanted to do with this was not use the not use this thing, but to draw it in. And I'm thinking, let me just see, where's my, and I didn't figure out if I wanted exactly what color. Here's the dark. I just want to see how dark it is. It's a dark evening evergreen. The light don't look like a big difference. Oh, I can tell the difference. Okay, now I can see it. And then